Welcome back to another day in the market. I hope you guys are ready for another exciting week. The LTMP group has already smashed it out of the park again. But at this point, what are you guys expecting? So, you guys all saw the results of Tesla last week. We came into yesterday's trading day with a very, very phenomenal gap up. Those of you guys that hit OKLO. There were a couple other base hits in there that a lot of people, other people out there in the market would deem as home runs, but for us in LTMP, I mean, you guys know the deal. Those are not home runs. Those 100, 200% gains, they're good. But that's kind of the norm over there with kind of a normal trade. So again, we have a lot to kind of unpack here as we get into tomorrow, which is going to be a pretty significant day in the market. Market's obviously expecting at least a 25 basis point rate cut out of this FOMC meeting here. I think it's very likely that we get a 25 basis point cut. There are a couple of things that the market kind of needs to be worried about in general here. Just kind of this the weakening dollar. That's one of the reasons why I bought gold. Gold is still looking really solid here up at the highs. And that potential for a hawkish cut here, where the Fed is still going to stick to their tone, but say, okay, this is the time where we could justify cutting interest rates a little bit, being data dependent moving forward, and just kind of seeing how things go down the road. But ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of day again. Say good morning to somebody in the live chat. If you guys would like to say good morning to me, would love to receive some good mornings over here. If you guys are new to the group, new to the stream, new to the channel, let me know. I'd love to welcome you guys in over here. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. It costs you absolutely nothing to do it, but it helps me out a whole lot, spreading these streams out to as many people who actually want to learn. We've got a 200 like goal on the stream, and guys, I say this every single day here that we come on live with you guys. Remember, I'm live every day here at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time for you guys. On Friday, I go live early because it's public live day. Earlier before that, I'm live for LTMP. But also, I'm the only person that you guys know on the internet that is literally demonetized on YouTube for talking about how many 1000% trades, that means 10 times your money, that they've handed out to their students. Now, guys, I handed out, what, 4 of them last week? 5 of them? We had Tesla, UNH, WBD. What was the other one? There was a quantum name that you guys hit too for 1000%. There was Google that you guys were able to ride. There was, what else? OKLO, which was absolutely disgusting. Guys, I am handing out 1000% trades like candy in the group. So again, prices are going up for LTMP again in the near future here. But again, use code September, get 50% off your first month. We'll talk a little bit more on that later, what you guys get in LTMP. But I think you guys get the point at this point. It is the best place to come and learn to operate in the market. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's do a little bit of a roll call here, and then let's get into everything. Again, you guys are slacking a little on the like button. But we'll see. So, we've got Michael, Jerry, John, Vito, Eddie, Jesse, Daly, Taylor, Ian, Kimberly, Gerald, we got Rogue, Eddie, Michael, Vito, Julian, Randy. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So, only thing that I'm in right now, PDD, off the breakout yesterday. It's looking good. Not really interested in taking a whole lot of risk going into FOMC. This is something that I've been talking a lot about with the group on the private streams. And I know this seems crazy. A lot of the things that we do are crazy, but that's why I'm in the position that I'm in, and everybody else in LTMP is in the position that they're in. Guys, hitting those big multi-hundred and sometimes 1,000 and multi-1,000% gain trades is not the hard part. It's actually easy once you go through the learning curriculum videos within LTMP. Once you understand what we're looking for and how to execute, that's the easy part. The hard part, and where I think most of the value in the community actually is in days, in weeks like this, where, exactly, right here, now I'm sitting all cash, just chilling. When the market is giving us green lights, it's very easy. You guys see these 1000% trades happen constantly. I mean, there was 4 or 5 of them last week. I keep telling you guys I'm just going to keep sitting here and calling out and outlining the most disgusting trades in the market to everybody, and I just keep proving that to you guys each and every single day and week. What do you call it? PDD is looking really good here, though. So, but where the value comes in is in those periods where it makes sense to preserve capital, which is where we are right now. Something that I've been talking about a lot with the community this week is that anything that you touch leading into FOMC needs to be sized for 0, which is very, very, very small. 0.5% risk. 0.25% risk. Like this PDD trade here, guys, if it literally went to 0, I would not care. I'm not going to let it go to 0, obviously, but it could, and it would make no difference to me. That's how you want to be sizing in environments like this, because if you're able to preserve capital in these environments after I've handed out every single most disgusting trade in the market that's happened over the last, I don't know, 4 months, you're able to then redeploy more capital at the better trades that are inevitably going to form when the market kind of gets through a little bit of an interesting period, like an FOMC, where there are some more risks that are being introduced into the market. Ryan over here, his Baidu runner up 260%. Absolutely epic there. What are my PDDs up? They've got to be up nicely. They're up like 18%. Nothing crazy. Take Two. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Yeah, Take Two looks good. So again, though, guys, I think a lot of people are getting a little bit jumpy, especially because a lot of you guys that are in LTMP or that have been watching these streams for a while are a little spoiled. Like I say a lot, like nobody else on the internet, guys, is doing what we're doing in LTMP. This is something that the trading community has never seen before. Like me coming out and handing out like every single one of these big 10x trades. It's something, yeah, 330%. Absolutely. That was another one of the China moves that I outlined for you guys. It's something that nobody's ever seen, which is why I think a lot of people are like, wait, what? How are they doing this all the time? Once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's very, very, very simple. But we're just going to keep doing it. The main reason why I'm able to give you guys these trades all the time is because I'm so picky with what I'm looking for. So the only thing I have right now is PDD. And again, think about what happened with Tesla yesterday. Like, guys, that Tesla move, I know a lot of you guys with the short dateds were already up 1,000%, but off of that that gap up that we saw yesterday here, gapping up over 420, oh my God, that was the next target. Guys, the Tesla breakout was at 358, and in 3 days, you're at 420. Those types of trades are the ones that make your entire year. How far out did I get PDD? I think it's like the 26th of September, something like that. I didn't get Octobers on it. They were a little bit juiced. How about CGC? It's an interesting kind of little basin break there. Not really a typical setup that I would want to trade. I mean, we can take a look at MSOS. How's this looking? Not good. Again, guys, this was one of our, like, I think at this point, it's like 15 to 20,000% trades that I've handed out in the last 2 months. For those of you guys that are considering hopping into LTMP, I'll tell you right now, it's not going to stop. I'm just going to keep doing this. So I'll actually throw that link in here in the live chat for you guys too, those of you guys that are missing it. Again, use code September. It gets you 50% off your first month, and it will also lock you in at the lower rate before the prices go up. The rate that you join at is the rate that you pay. It will never, ever, ever get increased on you. But this was another one. You guys got this entry at 324. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you guys saw that I was talking about the $6 area as being a really, really good spot to take profits again on MSOS here, the cannabis sector ETF. And then we ended up hitting 602, and then this daily candle formed, and what did I say? Well, nothing's for sure, but this is a sign of a local top, and that's exactly what we saw after that. Simple, guys. Simple, simple, simple. Once you guys see how simple the market can actually be, that's when you start to have all the success in the world. A lot of people love to overcomplicate things, and I see some of you guys do that a lot too. So a lot, especially those of you guys that are new to LTMP, are like, oh, what about this? It's like, well, there is no what about this, because why would I ever look at anything else when the system that I'm using, I'll tell you guys this too. I was, like, it's kind of hard to explain what I do to people with, sorry, dude, okay. What I do for you guys to like other people that aren't experienced in the market. Like, I explain this to people, and then like I show them the charts, and they're like, really? That's it? I'm like, yep. It's that easy. And then people that have never had any experience in the market before will like send me charts and be like, does this look good? I'll be like, yeah, there you go. I explained it to you in 5 minutes and you got it. It's not difficult. Everybody out there that is telling you guys that operating in the market and trading is difficult, Take Two is free already. I don't know, you front ran that one. Everybody that's telling you guys that the market is difficult, the reason why they're telling you that is because they don't actually have a system that is repeatable over time that gives these asymmetric risk-reward type trades. That's why they say that, because they don't actually know what they're doing or have the strategies and systems to back themselves up. Why do you think I can come out every single day and be like, oh, look, here's another 1,000%er, here's more life-changing trades handed out to the LTMP group? It's not hard. You didn't? How did you make... If the breakout is 250.22 and the stock hit 250.91, there's no way you made that free. Market's knifing a little bit here. Let's check in on some of these other names. Let's see how Nio's doing today. Nio's looking really good. Again, like we talk about Nio a lot. I own about 4,000, or I own exactly 4,000 shares at $4.55. Looks good. Treating it like an option, not really a big position for me. Just kind of looking for them to execute over the next couple of quarters here. If they can, awesome. If they can't, I'm perfectly fine with cutting that position and moving on. But looking really, really good so far here on the daily and the weekly. I mean, this was one of our most recent 1,000% trades as well. That $5 break. Oh, because of the spread? Yeah, that makes sense. On Take Two, because Take Two does have a bad option chain. What else? SoFi. Yeah, again, like a lot of these that are breaking out to the highs. Let's see. Ryan lied again. He's up 350% now on Baidu. Guys, I don't know how many more of these you guys want to see. I'm just going to keep handing out the most disgusting trades in the market. The longer that you wait to hop into LTMP, the higher the price is going to be by the time you finally get in. And also, you're just going to keep sitting here underperforming us in LTMP. You're just going to keep sitting there underperforming. I don't know why you want to underperform. Like, there you go. But yeah, with these breakouts into the highs, they're going to be choppy. That's why I'm not really trading SoFi here. It's like I own it at 655. I gave you guys the weekly breakout at 1360. The stock at 2780 today. Okay, there you go. There's another one. Also, shout out to you guys that are dropping likes on the stream. I appreciate you guys. We are a quarter of the way there to our 200 like goal. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Intel is an interesting one. Yeah, it's a good weekly setup. I don't really think I'm going to be going for this one though. It's a little wonky. You do have the United States government behind it now, but it's just not perfect for me. And we have FOMC. There's not really anything I want on that one. You know? Leave it be. Leave it be. But yeah, my favorite thing to see, and this is just a testament to how simple it is and just how efficient and just how good the learning curriculum videos are in LTMP and just what I do every single day for everybody. It's seeing you new guys come in and it clicks for you guys in like really maximum a week. ARM. Let's see. Ooh, that's not ARM. Oh, ARM looks interesting here. I like that. If JD breaks 3450, may get some longer dated options. Let me see. Reaper. Yeah, I mean, that's moving. I really don't hate that. I mean, if you, what is it? 30, yeah, 30. What is the high actually? 3446. I like that actually a lot. And Baidu was another one. Little drama on the chart there, but you can see Ryan 350%. I mean, I can take a look here in community gains in just a second here and just kind of take a look and see what we got. Ryan 350% on Baidu, absolutely epic there. 100% on Elf. We've got, oh my God, Vito up. You crushed Tesla there, man. $3,700 on Tesla, nice. Walmart, nice move there. CoreWeave 265% yesterday for everybody in that one. OKLO, let me actually get the exact number on this one, 1,196%. You guys convinced? That's another one. 120% on Palo. Oh, here's another 1,000%er, 1,121% on Google. Boom. Tesla, 600% there. There you go, man. Those RKLBs that you guys made free, we got, oh my God, 1,671% Tesla, 1,120% Tesla, 1,103% Tesla. Oh my God. Alex, I think his name's Alex. Really, really solid message here, man. Want to give a big shout out to Short to Vic for me, for all the credible work he puts into this community, genuinely wanting us to succeed as profitable traders. Trust me, I've been a part of many Discord groups, and this one is hands down the best out there. If you embrace the less trades, more profits mindset, the sky is truly the limit. Patience is key. You don't have to trade every single day. The right setups will come to you when you wait for them. Thanks, Vix. I'm eagerly looking forward to what you have in store for us now and in the future. Well, that's absolutely awesome, Alex. And in the last 3 months, this is the picture combined with that message there. In the last 3 months, his account is up 659%. You convinced yet? I'm just going to keep doing this for everybody. This is what I do. So, again, you have about 2 weeks left before the prices increase for LTMP. Make sure you guys lock in the lower rate before then. Use code September, get 50% off your first month, and finally start having all the success that you deserve in the market. Even with modest gains, it's such a better way to trade. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's just, the writing's on the wall. It's been there. You lied 375%. Attaboy, Ryan. Hims? Is Hims moving? It's getting killed. Hims getting killed. Down 7%. Where's Novo today, actually? Novo's looking good today. There we go. Back in the 57. So I own 1,000 shares of Novo at like 54 or something. Something like that. I know I own 1,000 shares. I just don't know the exact cent. No, I know it's in the 54s. For Novo there. Yeah, you guys are crushing the like button. Thank you guys. Welcome to everybody joining LTMP. We're going to get you guys up to speed. First things first, connect your Discord account to your WAP account. Once you guys join the group, I'll direct you to the Start Here area. Start going through the course curriculum videos, and then the whole world opens up to you. So, market drilling here. PDD still holding on them. Fine, just letting this one flicker around. Did we hit over one? Nah, we tapped 130. I want to see it break through. That's what I want to see. Looking good across the board here, though, guys. I mean, it's looking good. It's really the only thing I have. I want to see how the reaction goes from FOMC, and then go from there. Your Novo's nice and green again. Yeah, so that actually means, with Novo where it is, it means every single mid to long-term investment idea that I've given you guys in the last 2 years is very much in the green. This is insanity right here. This is Nate just loosely following the generalities of the course, up 794% since the beginning of the year. Are you guys convinced yet? That's life-changing gains, guys. That's what LTMP is all about. So, again, prices are going up. Use code September. Get 50% off your first month. There's the link. Throwing it in the live chat there for you guys. Don't miss it. There's going to be no, oh, SCV, I forgot. Sorry. 794% on the year. Year to date. Nobody else has these types of results. If they did, they'd show you. Docu sneaking on up. Is it now? Because that was one. It's a tough one to get right. But yeah, Docu does look very good there. But again, though, like I've been saying, with FOMC week, anything that you touch, size for zero. Size for zero. Be very, 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 very careful this week. This is not the week to be going crazy, even though technically we've already had like 2,000 percenters. This is also awesome too here. Adrian, it's his third week in the group. Account is up 30%. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Ryan went from $1,000 of debt in margin in his trading account to being in the green by $1,000 in 3 months. Ryan, congratulations, man. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Really proud of all of you guys that have taken that step forward, and I'm just going to keep doing this for everybody. It is not going to stop. So, hold on 1 second. I got to grab my energy drink. It's right here. Hello. Hello, guys. Market's not looking... I mean, I wouldn't expect much to be happening out of the market today either. Just because of what we're seeing at with FOMC tomorrow. What is this on? GC, what's that on? 160%? What's that on? What's that on? Is that Baidu as well? Baidu's the... I mean, is it really going there? Because, I mean, I caught that. Oh, my God. This was the breakout here on Baidu. We got a nice gap up, and I think I sold the gap on it. I think I made 60% on this. It was not big. It was very small. I was like, I'll just take the win. I didn't really want to sit here and wait for the drama on it, but this thing was an absolute monster. Vito said started trading again at the beginning of the month, up 80% on about a dozen trades. LTMP. The success stories are endless, guys. GLD, nice. There you go, GC. The success stories are endless, and they're not going to stop. I get it. It's crazy. I know you guys look at these trades, and it must be like, how the heck is he doing this all the time? How is it possible? How is everybody in the live chat every single day showcasing these absolutely ridiculous results? I'll tell you how. We keep it simple in the market, and we actually have strategies on our side that are proven to work. We focus only on what is proven to work over time, and no attention goes to what is proven not to work. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Unbelievable, guys. This is why I do what I do. To see those results out of everybody. And it's just going to keep getting better. So, PDD, little drama here. We'll see what happens with it, though. Again, I'm not married to this one. This one could go to 0, and I wouldn't care. But that's also the theme with all of the trades in LTMP. Like, when every single trade I outline has the potential to run multi-hundred and multi-thousands of %, why would I care what happens on one individual trade when one winner can take out 10 losers? I don't care, you know? Which, it's very rare that we have all those losers. But it's not magic. It's just details and prep. Yeah, it's not hard. It's not hard. I'm going to keep posting those Instagram videos. Look, another 10x. Another one. Another one. Does it cater to day traders more than people with a 9 to 5? Emmanuel, so here's the thing. 99% of what we do in the market is swing trading. I think there is a very, very big mismatch in the trading space out here that people focus in on day trading, and it's day trading in the way that it is shown is not really something that like is very easy to teach people. A lot of it is like experiential learning. But the people with the 9 to 5 out there, again, everybody is. Everybody has a job in there. I do have the Swing King or the Day Trading Mastery course that does have some of my nasty day trading strategies in it. Is there a course on how to trade options? Yep. Oh, so I mean, I can talk a little bit about what you guys get in the group. So when you hop in, the first and most important thing is both of the course curriculum videos. So there's the Swing Kings course, which goes through the entire swing trading strategy, what the setup looks for, how you enter, how you're going to manage the trade when you're in it, exactly what the profit targets look like, whether it's with shares or options, everything. Because for me, if I was learning, the reason why everybody's able to have so much more success here than in other groups is because it's not an alerts community. That's not what this is. If you're looking for alerts, honestly, quit trading. Quit trading. Quit watching streams. Quit being a market participant. You're never going to have success. In order to have success in the market, you have to understand the exact reasons why you're entering the trade, how you're going to manage the trade when you're in it, and exactly when and why you're going to exit. And that's what the Swing Kings course teaches you. The Day Trading Mastery course goes a little bit more in-depth into exactly what options are, how they're priced. There's a whole video on that in there for you guys. But also, the thing I also say is, like, for those of you guys that think options are a little bit scary, the risk to reward, meaning, like, for the amount that you're risking for what you could make, is almost always better on the shares trades than it is on the options trades. The only thing that's a little bit different with the shares trades is that you have to worry about like gap risk a little bit more. But think about how many times I've been gapped in the last, 2 years. Twice? Very rare. But yeah, it's like, it's I think this is something that people don't realize too. It's like, this is a very, very different type of group. Everything is taken care of for you. Everything. A to Z. Doesn't matter if you're fully experienced in the market or you've never touched anything before, it gets you there. And I'm always around. That's the thing that I think a lot of you guys say a lot, and to me it's surprising. You're like, wow, you're always around to answer questions and help us out. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm here. That's what this is for. Like the other groups people aren't always in there talking to you guys, making sure that everybody's in a good spot. That's insane. Yeah, and no expiration on shares. 75% of your trades in here are shares trades. Exactly. The shares trades are epic. But everything is taken care of for you. That's, again, like I show you guys the results. There's a reason why everybody's able to have so much success in here. Oracle right now. Let me take a look. I haven't looked at it. I mean, I think there was the post earnings on it, wasn't there? That you guys flipped for 100% really quickly. Ryan, was Oracle the one that you made 100% in like 5 minutes? That was a good one. GME. That's moving. It's moving. Nothing really crazy on that one right now. The PDD's selling off there a little bit. I don't know. I'll just kind of see how this wants to look going into the end of the day. If it doesn't look great and it keeps fading over here, I'll just cut it for a little gain or break even or a tiny paper cut. Doesn't matter to me. Why would it? Every single trade outline has the ability to run multi-hundreds and multi-thousands of %. You guys have seen them. Like, there was 4,000 or 5,000% trades last week. There's been like 15 in the last 2 months. You really only needed one of them. You had 15 opportunities to really change your trading performance for the entire year. Those of you guys that didn't take any of them, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's been right in front of you the entire time. It's not hard. Like, I know it seems crazy where I sit here and it's like, it's not hard, and I show you guys the results all the time. It's not hard. I want to see how Palantir is doing today. I haven't taken a look at that. That actually looks really good. Guys. We got a little Palantir setup here. Intel, no, I'm not really interested in that. I'm not interested in a whole lot going into FOMC here. Again, I'm never in a rush to do anything, and the main reason why everybody's able to have so much success is in these environments, I harp, like, I'm just a broken record. Like, preserve capital, don't touch anything, like, just keep the trade small if you're going to take them, and that's why everybody's able to just continuously stack and stack and stack and stack. If you hit one, you've paid for the course for the year. Right, like, that's the thing, like, and prices are going way higher for LTMP, guys, like, way higher. You guys have seen the results. You guys have had a year to hop in. It's like, you either see it at this point or you don't. The prices have already gone up once. They're going to go up again at the end of this month, and eventually it's going to be $199 a month. But the price that you join at is the price that you're locked in at. It never goes up on you, ever. People do that, and I think that's the sleaziest thing in the world to do. There's no upsells. It's like, the only thing, we'll do the mastermind, but why I like PDD right now? Emmanuel, it would take me too long to go through exactly why I like it. That's kind of what the course videos are for. It's just a very good breakout setup. It might fail, and if it does, whatever. It looks like it doesn't want to go. Okay, whatever. I'm going to keep it for now. But even the Tesla trade that I outlined for you guys last week, I mean, this is the entry right here. 358. Everybody just, like, this was life-changing gains here. Another 1,000%er. We had Google 1,000%. OKLO 1,000%. Here was the UNH one. UNH, the entry was right here. It was like 316 something. You guys were short dated. 1,000% there as well. What I could look at more of them. Oops, I moved something. Oops. Dave's got some good tickers in here too. Chinese stocks are on a tear. Kind of Lobo. I mean, PDD's like meh. We'll see if it catches a bid back up above 129. Really, I want to see this thing above like 129 today. 129.50. That's kind of what I would like to see in order to entice me to keep holding it. If it just keeps wicking down here and selling off, I'm probably going to ditch it. But I just don't want to. I really would just because think about it like this. If we're going to see an environment after FOMC where the market's going to trade very positively, then the setups are going to form then. There's going to be so many setups to take, so why try and guess it, you know? There's no reason to. So, again, keep smacking that like button on the way in, guys. Helps out a whole lot, spreading these streams out to as many people who actually want to learn. I don't make money from these streams. I'm the only person you guys know on the internet that's demonetized for handing out too many 10x trades. It was like there was a sell wall at 130. Yeah, we're struggling at 129 too. I don't know. We'll see. It either hits or it doesn't. I mean, look at Baidu over here. Baidu is a ripper. Ryan's probably up 400 or 500% on Baidu now. Like, they were up 350% like 15 minutes ago. SMCI. I like that. That's actually looking pretty good here. If this thing can form a better range on top of the 200 here, I actually would be interested in that. My self-taught. Is it in my blood? I mean, at this point, it's in my blood. But, I just was always interested in markets, and I've been learning about this stuff, guys, since I was 14 years old. I'm 26 now. So I know I look young, but I have a lot more experience in the market than most people. I actually, this is actually an interesting thing. So I haven't provided a lot of details on what is coming next over the next, let's say, 6 months here. But again, I tell you guys, I go to these meetings sometimes. I have a lot of stuff that I'm setting up, and I kind of explain a little bit of what I do in its current form with this. And I talk to these individuals, and a lot of the time they look at me and they say, and we talk a little bit about markets, and they say, you have a better understanding and a more in-depth understanding of what's actually happening in the pulse of the market and how to operate in it than almost every seasoned like manager out there that they know. And to me, it's like, okay, cool, it's nice to hear. It's awesome. It's like getting this, but also like the validation for me comes in the form of you guys having that success. Like, I already know that we're really good at this. Like, I already know. I don't need to hear it from anybody because you guys' results every single week are just a testament to how good what we do actually is. It's nice to hear, obviously. But seeing you guys, like, again, going through community gains where it's like 160%, 400%, like, I mean, I can go through more here too. Like, I did this before with you guys. Like, 1,121% Google, 670% Tesla. You've got 100% RKLB. You've got 1,671% Tesla, 1,120% Tesla, 1,103% Tesla. Like, guys, you think I don't know? You use a stock screener too. I have screener settings for you guys, but I don't really use it ever. I think I see a lot of you guys sometimes getting hung up on the screener. It's irrelevant. Like, I will literally sit here and just search through probably a couple thousand tickers on the weekend. It doesn't take me very long because once you see what I'm looking for, I can just scroll really fast and be like, okay, this is one. Scroll, see one. It doesn't take me very long. You don't really need it. I think a lot of people get hung up on things in the market that almost like, or trading that like don't actually really matter, or it's not actually going to give them an edge. The only thing the screener does is it kind of like points you in the right direction. But the other problem with screeners is people will think that everything that pops up on the screener is valid, and that's just not true. And like the other thing about the screeners is that I'll miss stuff too. Like some things that actually do look good, the screeners won't catch. So I'd rather just look at the whole market, you know, and just scroll through it. So like this week, the watch list was really good. We had a really, really fun watch list ready for you guys. But yeah, again, use code September. That gets you 50% off your first month. Prices are going up. Lock in the lower rate before then. It's really nice to experience. Thanks, bro. I mean, I love seeing your guys' success. Again, that type of stuff is nice to hear. But everybody in LTMP and everybody that's watched the channel for a long enough period of time, you guys already know what what we have, what our abilities are, my abilities are in the market. It's pretty obvious. And I love sharing it with you guys. That's like one of my favorite things. Seeing you guys go from like struggling to immediately being able to nail these with us is just one of the best things that I've been able to do in my life so far. So we're going to keep doing it. TJX, we can take a look. That actually looks really good. Doyle, good look. That's a really good looking chart right there. If it holds the 10, yeah, that's what you need to see. PDD struggling a little bit here. Let's see if we can get back up above 120. It's not, the market's just leaking here, guys. There's not going to be much to do if the market's just going to leak out. You ever day traded before? Yep. It's an inefficient way to capitalize on market moves. I could just show, like, I could give you guys one statistic. It's like I forget the exact specifics of it, but in the overnight strategy that I gave you guys, it becomes very apparent. Like most of the market moves that happen overnight, especially the gains. So I personally don't think that a lot of people in the market think they have some sort of edge when day trading, and they have this like unrealistic kind of like expectation of what it is. And it leads them to make very, very bad mistakes. Like I'll tell you guys right now, like you hear a lot of people talk about like blowing up accounts and doing stuff like that. The reason why they're able to do that so much easier with day trading is because they're trying to force setups onto a chart that isn't giving them a setup. And we talked about this actually this morning, where I think that people that only trade one thing are kind of idiots. Because if you just stare at something long enough, your mind, you're gonna get bored. You're just gonna look at like the chart and try and find stuff that just isn't there. I'm looking for setups across the board. I'm not looking for one thing to try and force setups onto, if that makes sense. FOMC this Wednesday. I think we're definitely gonna get a 25 basis point cut. I think we easily could get a hawkish cut though, which I think the market could easily fly around on. I think it's I honestly though, it's like, I'm really just looking to see what the tone is of Powell and how he answers the questions. That's what I'm looking for. We don't know right now. And that's why I've been harping so much with you guys these last 2 days. Like, just relax a little. I know we've nailed the most disgusting trades in the market over the last 2 months and really heated it up over the last week here with like 5 10x trades. I get it. But in order to continue to have long-term success in the market, you have to understand when the market is giving you the yellow light or the red light. Right now, the market's giving you a little bit of a yellow light and saying, okay, just wait. We have a day to wait. Now, PDD could still fire off. You got some other ones that are looking good. Like, I know you guys are, and think about it too. Like, we came into this week already with free Tesla positions, and Tesla gets one of the most disgusting gap ups that we had seen recently. You're done for the week. If everybody in LTMP that was in Tesla, you're done for the week. You don't have to do anything. You could literally just not care what happens with FOMC. You could be all cash. You're already massively green, and you're going to wait for completely textbook A+ setups. That's the power of LTMP, because you're never forced to do anything in the market because the gains are so big. You think we only get a 25 cut, not a 50? I think it'd be very difficult for, I mean, I could look at the projections right now, but yeah, I think we're getting a 25. I don't think the argument is really there for a 50. Because you still have inflation running above trend and target. Agreed? Yeah, it's you guys aren't going to see these types of results. Let's see. October 8th. What's that? Hit the like button. Yeah, wow, we're almost at 100 guys already. Thank you, I appreciate it. Hopefully you guys are starting to see like just the way that we talk about markets, the way that we analyze them. It's just a very, very logical and no nonsense approach. We will get a couple lower than expectations. We're not going to get one that's lower than 25, and that's what the market's. That's like if you get something less than 25, it's no cut. I don't think they do a 12 and a half. Like I don't. Has that ever happened? I thought it did, but maybe not. No, it's quarter or 50. I was gonna say I don't think I've ever seen that or heard of that in history. Well, PDD's moving back to 129. Let's see if we can get moving there. I mean, the thing with this, guys, the reason why I'm giving it a little bit of room to breathe is this thing has the potential to go absolutely nuts. Like Baidu. I gave you guys that Baidu trade. Ryan is now up, what, probably 400%? If you're still on the fence about joining, your procrastination is costing you money. There are epic setups incoming. There always are, Kimberly. There always are. So I'll throw that link in here again for you guys in the live chat. Again, I seriously, it's the only question that you really need to ask yourselves now is not, oh, does LTMP work? I mean, we've proven that time and time again. The only question you really need to ask yourself at this point is how many of these life-changing trades are you willing to miss continuously in the future? Because they're just going to keep happening, and I'm just going to keep victory lapping all the time, and it's not going to stop. TSM is not, well, okay, it depends. TSM is an it depends, because TSM was one that we outlined on this weekly breakout here that I nailed for like 200%. And I'm done on this one. This also gapped above the level. You should not really be in TSM at all right now. Unless you're just holding free runners for free and you're targeting 280. And just letting it go because you've already made a bunch of money on the trade and you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna let it go. You're in at 251. Is that where I gave it to you guys? That's close. I mean, I gave this to you guys at what? 248-ish? Mara base break? I don't really want to trade Mara. The only one that I was kind of interested, I like IBIT, but IBIT we're gonna trade off of the Bitcoin chart. Like if we look at Bitcoin here, I think it still looks filthy. Yeah, Bitcoin looks. If you guys follow me on Twitter, which you guys all should be, it's just short the VIX2 on Twitter. I tweeted this chart out this morning. This looks insanely good. You break 116,850 ish on Bitcoin here. You could easily rip back to the highs very quickly. Mara, the problem with these, the miners have been struggling a lot. Like it looks good. But the problem is this would probably be a much better shares trade than it would be an options trade. But then you got to worry about gaps. And on something like Mara, it can gap a lot, so I'm not really that interested in that, you know? Mara is actually the ticker that I use for examples a lot in LTMP. Now, this is not the best one, but this is 1,000%. I mean, it's more than 1,000%, but just like this was another one that I gave you guys. I mean, these are just insane trades. But we haven't done a lot on Mara recently. And a lot of the miners because they've been significantly underperforming. they don't lead. They're not getting those big Bitcoin juiced up moves that they used to. So it's like, I'd rather go for something like a coin or a IBIT or an ETH-A or stuff like that, you know? Or if you want, just trade the Bitcoin breakout, you know, with Bitcoin futures or with leverage or some of the other cryptos that are setting up. I looked through the cryptos this weekend. I didn't really see anything that I liked all that much. And see PDD right back up, almost back to the highs. Going to be very volatile, like I said, though. So up like, these are getting a little interesting here. I'm up like 26% on PDD. Not bad. The Mara launch zone. Yeah, like the 1250 launch zone on that thing. That was fun. Those were fun days. But like I think now is even more fun than the Mara launch zone days. Like think about it. I don't think we've had a period with LTMP that's been as good as it has been over the last 4 months here. Think about it. Like as before really last week, has there been a week where just kind of everything aligned and we were all over the setup? It does. Here's the other thing, guys. It also helps that there's a lot of you guys in the group now that are hunting. That's one of the most beautiful things about the group is that everybody's looking. It's a hive mind of people just coming in, looking at the setups. This group is special. It's very special. It's something that the trading community has never, ever, ever seen before in terms of the results, in terms of the setups, how early we are to all these moves. It's just special. Respected the daily 200. Now could set up again, but I wouldn't be looking at that now. The only thing that I'm really, like, how does PDD move through FOMC, and that's it. And then after FOMC, back to business as usual. But this also gives you guys that are hopping in enough time to kind of go through the curriculum videos and prepare yourself for all of these moves are going to happen. I've said it before. I will say it again. There is going to be a time over the next week, 2 weeks, and I keep saying this, and you guys don't listen, that I'm just going to come out here and show you guys the results of the most disgusting trades in the market firing off. I've seen it 3 times now. This time when it tells you to wait, I'm going to instead of forcing trades. Yeah, I've done this a few times where I come out to everybody and it's like I get a little fierce. I'm like, don't touch anything. Just be a little cautious. When my spidey senses start tingling, ooh, I wouldn't fade those. But it's not like I think the market's going to tank. I just think that there is more risk going into this week, and that's going to lead to more volatility, which it's not that so this is what I'm kind of thinking about for this week. It's not that I think that like these breakouts are just going to go and fail. What I think is going to happen, and what the most likely thing is going to happen, is that you're going to see a lot of bait and switches. We're going to see things rip, come down, and there's going to be a lot of drama. That's a good way to put it. Now, and that's why I've been telling you guys, size it for 0. Because if you're going to be going and looking at the entry, you're going to be entering at those easy entry levels that I give you guys. You're going to have a lot less size on it. You can just let it go. And you're like, I don't care about the drama. Trade next week, trade the week after that, expirations if you're trading options. Shares will be a little bit funky, but other than that, it's just if you size it for 0, you can continue to take these setups into FOMC. But I mean, I'm not, the only thing I'm looking at here is PDD. I don't really, especially after what we did on Tesla, guys, I'm not looking to do much. That was an epic trade. Tesla, the Baidu, which I still made some decent money on. What was it, the other one that I had? Walmart made a little bit of money, I think. It was something else that I had that made some money, but Tesla was the big winner. PDD could be another big winner. What are these up right now? 36%. The premiums are stacking up on this thing now. I like it. I like what we're seeing across the board, guys. If this goes, first target here on this, don't chase it now, you're late. So like when I this is another thing I want to make clear to you guys. When I outline these setups for you guys on the stream, if you are not in LTMP and you have not gone through the course curriculum videos, these are not for you to take. They're here for you to see the examples of what's possible out there in the market. Because remember, like I say all the time, the thing that's going to actually give you the ability to have long-term success and continuously hit these trades, which is the most important part. Anybody can go out there and gamble and make 1,000% on a trade, but doing it consistently, you have to know what you're doing. So it's that thought process behind knowing exactly why you're entering where you are, how you're going to manage the trade when you're in it, and exactly where and why you're going to exit. That's the most important part. You know? So I can't wait to see all the results of you new people hopping in here. It's my favorite thing to see. New person, they're like, hi, I'm new. I've been struggling. Comes in, bang. Hits one of the 15 10x trades that I give out. We also had rollover on futures yesterday. That's why we're looking at SPY today and not ES. My SoFi down 3%. It's just the market. It's just, like, I haven't seen any news on it. I also haven't really looked. But something like SoFi, again, and this is something I talk about a lot when it comes to like the mid to long-term investing side of it. You always got to be thesis driven. The only time I'm really looking at a chart is the entry, which is going to give us those really, really solid entries, which is why I was able to give you guys SoFi at 655 and then at 1360 before it doubled. So I'm up a lot on SoFi. SoFi's great, but it's thesis driven. So Philip Morris is a great example recently of when a thesis starts to kind of fall apart here after we've already nailed it. So you guys remember, this is one of the mid to long-term investment ideas that I gave you guys back down in here. Philip Morris at 95. What was one of the main pillars of that thesis? It was Zin shipments. It was looking at just the exponential growth of Zin shipments coming into the United States. Okay, so when you see that, obviously they are going to look very, very, very solid. Now, all of this volatility that you saw in here, why would we care about it if Zin shipments, one of the main pillars of the thesis, are still looking really good? You saw it bounce off the 200. This was all the volatility that you saw. It runs up in here. Now, what's this? What is this earnings report? This is like the first time in the last 3 years that Zin shipments saw I think it was a year-over-year decline into the United States. That moved down there to like 169 from what, 180, is the time to start trimming the position. But you were in it 95 and you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dividend payments. And at the time that you bought, I think the yield on it was like 4.5. What's the yield on it now? 3.3. Yeah, so it was like 4.5. It might have been higher, honestly. But that's an example of being thesis driven. Now, you can still hold this if you want. You're getting a nice dividend at 3.3% on current prices, but it's higher for you in terms of your cost basis. But it is like, it would be like, I don't know, it would yield like 3.34% on the position that you have. But that's when you start to sell, when the thesis starts to change. Not when like, ooh, look, volatility, it goes from 130 to 118. It's being thesis driven that's enabled, again, all of us to be very, very, very powerful in this market. Trading's different, obviously. So, but my favorite trades are the ones that combine a like a macro thesis to it. So, which was kind of gold here. This weekly breakout on gold, guys, this was, I don't think it was this might be 1,000% for those of you guys that are still holding it. But I know that those of you guys took the short dateds on this. I saw somebody at what, 780% on this weekly breakout. The best part is I was sitting at the airport, guys, on a Friday. And I was like, guys, I'm buying gold. Right at this area right here in 317. The rest is history. You gap up that Tuesday after Labor Day, and it just doesn't stop. Guys, I could just keep showing you guys these. There are so many good examples of just life-changing trades for everybody in LTMP. It's like, the thing that people have to realize is that, like, one, it's not hard. Everybody can do this. Whether you work a job, whether you're not in the United States, whether you're experienced or not, everybody can do this. Everybody has the ability to. Like, I could teach a 4-year-old how to do this. When's Powell's speech? Same time it always is. Tomorrow, you get the statement released at 2 p.m., then the press conference at 2:30 Eastern. I'll be streaming that tomorrow. We're not going to do, this is the other thing. I'm not going to do this time slot tomorrow for you guys on the stream, but I will come on at like 1:30 for Powell. So again, I just keep showing you guys. Nobody else has the results that we do in LTMP. I'm just going to keep showing you. This is like the best kept secret on like trading and finance YouTube. So keep smacking likes on the stream. We're going to keep doing this, changing people's lives for the better. It's never going to stop. Mara does look good here. I mean, I'm not really interested in that, you know. PDD still looking pretty good. What am I up on these right now? Are they just getting a little funky? 31. Is the market still bleeding? Yeah. IBM. It's a good setup. It's still there. I mean, again, Milos, like, once I have the alert on it, you don't really need to keep... Unless it invalidates and starts selling off below the 10, but as long as it's still in the range, we have our alert there, it's like, we just kind of leave it be. That's why we have the alert. And that's something I want to tell all of you guys that are joining the group. It is, when you go through the watch list every single week and when I add stuff to it, you need to be setting your alerts too. Because think about it, if you're waiting for me to do it, I'm going to be selfish. I'm going to make sure that I'm in the trade. A lot of you guys too, this is the most hilarious thing about LTMP. Most of you guys get better entries than I do most of the time. It's hilarious. I'm like, oh, there they go again. Getting better entries than me. But that comes from the way that we do things. It's just teaching you guys how to see the market in a way that nobody else just has the ability to. So prices are going up. Don't miss it. Don't miss it, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to be kicking yourself. Yeah, I see that, Dave. But yeah, that looks good. PDD looking good. I'd love to see this one get through 130. That'd be fun. I mean, what are these up right now? 36%? Not bad. I mean, that... At that 130, 150 target, I mean, I'd probably be up over 100%, make it free. Have some free China. I'd love that. I'd love to get some free China. I could have made the BIDs free, I think, at one point. Remember that? When it gapped up and started running? I wish I did that, honestly. But I wanted that. What was the target on this thing? Or no, I did. It did hit the target, 116. I don't know. I still made good money on it. You took a little bit of Mara? Nice. Yeah, it's moving. That's definitely moving. It's good. It's a good chart. I just personally don't want it for my own reasons. Again, it could be one of the most epic trades that fires off. It's a great basin break. If you're in it, awesome. Just manage the risk. That's it. At 52%, nice, Jackie. And that's the thing. It's like, I want you guys, like, and this is where a lot of people have started to get to after a year of having LTMP open. It's like, it's your job to make your own decisions. If I just don't like something, and I can't, it's impossible for me to be in every trade. But I'm going to show you all of the ones that are out there. What date do I have in the PDDs? I think it's the 26th. Yeah, the 26th on them of September. That's what I've got on this. So if it goes, it'll be another massive trade in the books for LTMP. If it doesn't, I mean, I might just cut it at break even or like let it go a little red. I don't care. It's because every single trade that I outlined for you guys has the ability to do a Tesla, a MSOS, a Nio, a UNH, everything. Once you guys get that little taste of your first big multi-hundred and multi-thousand% trade after it's like fully executed, it's your life changes forever. You're like, whoa, 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 whoa. This is what's possible. And last week was a really good example of like people tasting their first big winner for the first time, and they were like, I didn't even know this was possible. Like I think where was he? It's the Google trade. Yeah, ID, his second 1,000% trade ever, and both happened this month. 1,120% on Google. I think there was another one up here too from you, buddy. I think it was Tesla. It was something crazy. Sanfico, 1,658% Tesla. Bang. There you go. I'm trying to find the other one. I'm trying to find the other one that he had. Kim, 1,150% Tesla. Bang. Oh, WBD might have been at 1,431%. Oh, yeah, there you go. ID. It was 1,698% on WBD. It's insane. You got 10-3. Oh, yeah, that's why. That's why I went for the 26, because, again, PDD is one that can go, and I wanted to get some good contracts on it, you know? It must be very crazy. Like, sitting on the outside here, just, like, listening to me talk about all of these crazy results all the time, it must just be, like, wild. Like, not being in... It's like, I'm just going to keep showing them to you. Like, it's just... I have these for days. Most days, it's impossible for me to post all the results because there's too many good ones. Romeo. Well, if that's true, I'm happy that you stopped doing math. Atlanta Fed GDP Now Index rises to 3.41% from 3.09. Interesting. Interesting. So again, the Fed, after Jackson Hole, we know that they are fine with letting inflation run a little bit above target, but they are not going to sacrifice growth, which is really going to focus in on the labor market. One merit contract 3 weeks out. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that looks really good there, guys. Really good base and break. For my own reasons, I'm not going to touch it. It's fine, though. It's a very valid setup. It's just Mara's been trading funky. So I'm going to leave it alone, especially going into FOMC. I'm perfectly fine with just holding PDD, letting it go. If I miss Mara, I miss it. Again, I'm not in a rush. I'm not trying to do everything. I'm just trying to take the setups that make the most sense. Up around 10%. Yeah, if you get that move through 130, those October should get snappy. Mine are good. I mean, I got it right at the level. You know? So, yeah, very fun week so far. Congratulations to everybody that nailed Tesla, OKLO. I mean, there's been a lot more too. RKLB was an over 100%er. It's insane. PD, Ryan, where are you? Those have got to be like 500-600% here. They've got to be. Epic move here. This was the break level on Baidu, 111.31. Very clearly outlined to, I think I posted that on Twitter too. That could be another 1,000%er. I mean, I show you guys every day. Here you go. Boom. Base to the upside. Bang. 97X. Bang. The future of rock and roll. It's crazy. We got only 78 likes on the stream, and I've handed out, what, 12 to 15 10X trades in the last month, 2 months? Crazy. Best kept secret on YouTube here. Nobody's doing what we do. Nobody. I think if the China move continues, Baidu looks like it's the leader. Or where's Baba? I haven't looked at Baba. Baidu's definitely the leader. Or Baba's up there too. Where's Yin? Is Yin still looking good? 53. Oh, remember when I gave this to you guys at 20 last year? Remember that? I'm out at I was out most of it at 51, and then I sold the rest of it at like 32. That was really good. It's getting back up there though. Yin was good. This is 3 times long levered long China. TLT, nah. The reason, so Emmanuel, TLT is inefficient now. It's too many people look at it. Too many people try and go crazy with it. The only moves that you really, and right now there's not, I don't know if, I think you might be new to the stream. Last year, I probably made some of the most legendary bond market calls ever. I'll show you. I mean, we could look at the 10-year chart and I'll show you where I was making these calls. So this day right here is when I called the top in bonds, Tuesday, September 17th, the day before the first rate cut. The reason for that is that the market was pricing in like 8 rate cuts going forward. And in order for bonds to continue higher and yields to continue lower, you would have needed to see economic conditions continuously deteriorate for the market to then be able to price in even more rate cuts. Now, that didn't seem all that likely. So I made this call here. It was the top in bonds, and we saw this massive move in yields from like 3.6 all the way up to 4.8. Now, if you guys remember, these are all out on my Twitter too. Like, these are out publicly. This is not me looking in hindsight and saying, oh, look, I made a call. No. These are out publicly on Twitter. These bond calls. This was the day, that Friday, January 10th, that I started to say, I was like, this is getting really close to the top in yields. It's going to happen very, very, very soon. Now, I was a day off-ish. I was like a day before. It actually might have been, it was right in here. So I was either 2 or 3 days off on this one, but it was very, very, very close to the top in yields, bottom and bottom. Now, here's the thing, Emmanuel. Right now, there's not really, like, you can kind of see it in pricing, in just kind of where the rate cut expectations are. They're not overpriced. You got to think about it like a pendulum. So the pendulum is like maybe swinging a little bit on one side, but it's not like it was last year, like breaking the scale, where it's like all these people in the bond market right now are running around like crazy and nothing that they're doing actually makes sense. This year, it's very different. You're not, and that's why I haven't been active in the bond market, because it's not, and the way to take advantage of it is actually through bond futures, not TLT. Just that's kind of where this is coming from. If you're gonna do anything in the bond market, you need to be trading like ZB, 10Y, like things like that, because you're gonna get a better risk to reward than you are on a TLT. The options aren't gonna move that well. The shares trade, again, you'd have to put in so much size into it that you'd have to go crazy on margin. Like the bond futures trades will be a lot better than it will be on like a TLT. Again, it's going back to like that statement I make all the time, is the most like we're trying to be the most efficient with our capital. That's applies to our mid to long term investments. It also applies to trading, which is why you guys hear me be so picky. It's like, if I'm gonna put risk onto something, it has to be the most efficient use of that capital at that time. What backs bonds? The credit worthiness of whoever's issuing them. So like the United States is backed by the full faith and credit of the United States government. Corporate bonds is backed by the corporation's ability to pay. Municipal bonds, again, are backed by the credit of the municipality, things like that. You agree? Awesome. Yeah, I just hope, again, I don't think, and I say this a lot, I don't think that anybody really has out there this holistic view of the market and trading and investing that I do, which is, again, another reason why everybody in LTMP is able to like have the success that they do. Because most people, like especially these kids that you see on TikTok that are quite honestly idiots, they don't understand these things, which is why their people will always be like capped at how well that they can do in the market. You can't just look at a cookie cutter setup and put it onto the chart and expect to make crazy gains like we do over time. That's just not how it works. Like, yeah, a lot of the time we're going to be looking at a very, very simple setup in order to execute, but the best trades come when we can combine some of the other elements of our analysis into the trade. Think about gold. Think about the behavior, and again, it also comes down to the behavioral elements of the market. Remember the Wall Street Bets week? When after open fired off, I was like, all right, guys, Coles, D-Nut, AEO. Coles was 6,300%, which is the second biggest trade that I have seen in LTMP this year. The first is 8,000% on Datadog on the freebies. Then it got added to the S&P. That was insane. So those two are nuts. Both life-changing. AEO is still really good. I believe that was also 1,000%er. On all of those, though, so I traded D-Nut and AEO. Those were shares trades for me, but you guys nailed it for over 10x on the options as well. But it's those things that, like, okay, so either it's going to be macro, it's going to be using our type of fundamental analysis where like we're able to nail things like a SoFi or something like that, or it's looking at the market from like a behavioral analysis perspective, and it's like, okay, you have all these people that are running around in the market here about to pump stuff. Well, from what we've seen in the past, what is it likely that they go for? And sometimes it's really silly analysis. Like D-Nut had a decent amount of short interest. The ticker symbol is literally D-Nut, Krispy Kreme, and you have this like hype coming back into the market, and you had a great chart setup. Like when all of these things start to align, guys, that's when you can hit these just insane trades. Now, again, you also have the most insane ones too, just on the normal cookie cutter setups. Like UNH is an interesting one. Personally, I'm not very bullish on the health insurance space. I don't think it's going to be possible for them to continuously raise premiums the way that they are over the next, I don't know, however many years. But it doesn't mean that it's not overvalued or undervalued in the short term here, and there's not a lot of people looking at buying it. They don't have to, again, like I'm not going to expect that most people in the market are going to think and behave like me. But what we do have to understand is how they're going to act. Like, you're going to have a bunch of people running around buying UNH, and whether it works or not is irrelevant to us. We know that they're looking at it. It's been talked about all the time. You give us a good chart setup based on that, boom, there's one of the 15,000% trades, or 10x trades that I've given you guys. There's another one. So it's thinking about the market like that. So that's where a lot of you guys are starting to get to that have been in LTMP for a while, but you don't really need it all the time. Like, think about Tesla. Like, that was just a clean breakout. Think about Baidu, clean breakout. Think about Nio, clean breakout. MSOS. Oh, that's it. MSOS was an interesting one too that we could talk about, where it's like, well, you have a lot of rumors circulating about cannabis moving from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3, and you have great chart setups on the weekly. It's like, all right, let's see if they go in and price in this news, because they easily could. It's just probabilities. It's like, well, okay, well, if we have this potential catalyst coming, what are they going to do in the meantime? Well, they're probably going to buy it. It doesn't mean that you go full bore and you just hope and pray and it starts and you just hold that thing for too long. No, that's why we were able to nail the weed stock plays and get everybody in and out of it. And there's so many other people out there that were listening to these, quite honestly, morons on Twitter that are saying MSOS is going to go to 100 because of rescheduling, and everybody that didn't sell it at 6, that was 2 cents off of the high, remember, when I was outlining it, are now deep underwater because they didn't pay attention. Again, pay attention or pay a premium is my favorite phrase for a reason. So, and this is why I like to say, like, there's nobody else out there doing what we do in the market, because nobody else is combining all of these different elements of the market. They're not able to show, guys, it's seriously, if people were able to showcase the results that I show every single time, they would do it. They would do it. But they can't, so they don't. It's just simple as that, you know? That's why I give you guys good deals too, like 50% off your first month with code September. But again, prices are going up. It's just at this point, I've given you guys kind of enough time. I think it's only fair that, again, like the value of this community and what I provide everybody every single day is a lot more than what the monthly rate is. So prices are gonna continuously go up every month, but the price you join at is the price you're locked in at. The price will never go up on you once you're in. So I'll throw the link in here for you guys again. Let me see. Here you guys go. And make sure you use code September. That'll get you 50% off your first month. And it locks you in. So you're good to go there. I like IBM. Post FOMC, that's going to be one that I look for. Market's just bleeding out here, which again is going to make it tough for something like PDD to get going. But I think Baidu's still going. It doesn't care. I just hope that you guys are getting this and like understanding these things, because it's like the only thing you need ever. It's not hard. It really isn't. You guys all have the ability to do this. It's been right in front of you the entire time. So, where's Nio actually? I kind of want to take a look and see how that's doing today. Yeah, looking good. I mean, again, 4,000 shares at 455 looks good. We got to be that 1,000% trade there. You kind of got one here. Not real. Well, not 1,000%. But you kind of got a little breakout here. Again, the big break level on Nio now is going to be 683. Not for a trade, just to be like, all right, well, in the midterm here, could we start to move? I mean, that would be an interesting area to go up and break. Yeah, little choppiness on PDD here. Like, I always could just ditch it. I just kind of don't want to. I kind of like it. Like, if I'm going to have any risk going on into FOMC, I'd love it to be one of these crazy China names that could just go, oh, nice, PDD's up 10%, you know? That's why I was a little cautious this morning on the private stream with you guys in LTMP of, like, the docus, the Marvels. It's like, they can be very good. If not, don't get me wrong, you still got to size them small, but, like, it's something like that can get a mind of its own, unrelated to what we're kind of seeing in the market, that I'd be more interested in kind of holding and letting fly a little. It could fail, though. I mean, again, it doesn't matter, though. That's the thing. Like, people will ask sometimes, it's like, well, what about the losers? And it's like, okay, if I said that every single time you lose a trade, you might lose 20 to 30% of the value of the trade, but every winner is going to be 100, 200, 500, 1,000%, You would take every single setup. Because the outcome of one individual trade is completely meaningless when you understand what a specific system is able to generate you over time. It doesn't matter. And it also allows you to act in the market with a lot less anxiety and to be a lot more calm. Like, you guys will see me when trades flicker around. You think I freak out? No. Obviously, I get a little performative when the trades are ripping because it's fun, but it doesn't matter. Like, if I was just sitting here with you guys, I'd be like, all right. Without you guys, I'd be like, okay, cool. It's chopping around. It's going to do what it's going to do. Like, I don't have to do any of this. I do this to help you guys. Market just bleeding out today. Bleeding out. It's okay. It can do what it wants. We got FOMC tomorrow. Let the market do what it wants to do. We're not really looking to do a whole lot anyway. What do you think HIM's dropped today? I don't know. Just probably market nonsense. Not really concerned with it. You're still way above those levels that I was outlining for you guys. Like here, this one. Like, this was the first, well, yeah, it was this day. What was it? Thursday the 21st, when I was saying that this is a good spot to start. If you wanted to start dipping your toe back in, this is a good spot. HIMS is a very volatile name. It's going to move like crazy, you know? This thing just pitter-pattering all over the place. Maybe towards the end of... The China names sometimes get a little wild towards the end of the day sometimes. Market's just bleeding out here, though. Sell-off going into FOMC with everybody de-risking. That's all this is. Just people taking off a little bit of risk going into a big event tomorrow. That's all this is. And this is why I was harping on you guys so much on in the Sunday kind of announcement and in the pre-market plan yesterday and in the pre-market plan today, that it's like, don't be going crazy. The market is gonna be a little funky going into tomorrow, so just wait. You guys do realize that I would be perfectly happy just not taking trades for a month, 2 months. If the market's not going to give me the setups that I need, I'm not going to touch them. You know, that's it. Is that likely to happen? Not really, but we did see that at one point earlier this year in the first quarter, where it was just me sitting here like, I'm just going to wait. Just going to wait. And then what happens? We have 4 months of just fun time. 5 months of just fun time. Think about the messages that we were seeing earlier in the live chat today. I can go back, I think, and read them. Let me see. Yeah, Nate, just following loosely the generalities of the strategies in the course, he's up 794% on his account since the beginning of the year. Ryan went from $11,000 in debt and margin in his trading account to being in the green by $1,000 in just 3 months. Vito started trading again at the beginning of the month, up 80% on a dozen trades. LTMP. This is just like, you never do. I mean, seasonal trends? No, I don't. I think it's useless. So here's the thing that actually can move, and have those seasonal effects, is if everybody is looking at it. I think it's nonsense, because think about it. If the market is going to move, it's going to be moving based on certain things that are happening at that given time. Just because that there is a historic trend doesn't mean that I'm going to put risk on based on it, you know? I think it's a very lazy way to look at the market, you know? To say, oh, just because this thing tends to happen in certain times of the year, that we then trade based on that. I think it's very lazy, because every single day, every single week, month is different, because there's different factors affecting the market. That's why. But logically, to me, that makes a lot of sense. But for some reason, people are just like, but seasonality. And it's like, I just don't, why? Who cares? Just look at the board in front of you, you know? I would much rather look at what's actually happening in the market and make a decision based on that, versus just being like, oh, it's this time of year, you know? What's called the Santa rally. The reason why a Santa rally exists is because you're coming off of a time period where consumer spending rips and you see that those data points come out. That's why. But it doesn't happen every single year. Like it's not a guarantee, and it's not something that I will really ever consider in my positions. I will look at it sometimes. The only time that I will actually look at like those seasonal trends is when I start to see it really getting spread all over the place. And it's something that I'll be like, all right, maybe I'll kind of pay attention to this, because it's a chicken or the egg thing. Because the market, again, is an auction that's going to move based off of supply and demand. Like, think about it. If everybody, the only data point that they were looking at is that seasonal trend, well, they'd probably act on it and it might move. But it doesn't mean that it would then just be moving because people think it would move versus, like, actually something that tends to happen in that season, you know? It's like unusual options activity, too. Like, I think it's the biggest scam in the market. I think it's stupid. The only way that you're going to be able to understand exactly what's happening behind the scenes of those big option trades is that if you can sit across from the decision maker or the person that's making those trades and guarantee that they're giving you an accurate answer on the information or chart that they're acting on. And even then, there's so much nonsense that you don't know if it's a hedge, you don't know if it's like, it doesn't give you anything. But it's a really good thing for people to like sell to people, to be like, look, we got that. It's like, yeah, but there was 1,000 other things that you were looking at too that didn't do anything. And how are you going to dictate, okay, well, the 999 that aren't good and the one that is? It just overcomplicates things for people. And they think, this is the problem that I think people have too. They think that there's like a solution to the market, or they're like, ooh, I'm going to follow this magic thing that nobody knows about. It's like, guys, everybody knows about it. If everybody knows about it, it's not going to, like, I'd rather just trade based off of the chart, my discretion and my ability to analyze the markets and teach you guys when the times are to be having those, when the market is giving us the green light and when it's not. And think about it like this. If I'm going to sit here and say, okay, guys, here are like 15 10x trades that have happened in the last 2 months. Here are 50 others that ran multi-hundreds of %. You probably want to listen, you know? And Adrian, I know you do. You're just asking a question. But I'm just saying, in general, it's like, there's a lot of things in the market that people think matter that don't. And when they think about them too much, it clouds their decision making to a point where they can't make money. You know? So, all right, guys, it is we went a little over today. 11:45. We're going to be wrapping it up for today. I'm going to throw the link to LTMP in the chat for you guys, so that those of you guys that still need to hop in before the price increase happens at the end of the month and lock in this lower rate, and get 50% off your first month with code September are able to do so. Again, it's already in the chat. It's pinned to the top. You guys got it. If you miss it, guys, I'm telling you, I'm just going to keep coming out here and showing you guys the results of the most epic trades that have happened and will continue to happen in the market. That is what we do. That is how everybody in LTMP is able to have so much success, and why you guys see so many people talking positively about the group everywhere. So welcome to all the new members. We're going to get you going in the right direction. Again, when you guys do hop in through that link, first things first, connect your Discord account to your WAP account. That will enable you to get let into the actual community, because there's nothing on WAP. It's all in Discord. I'm going to direct you to the Start Here area. That's going to kind of give you an overall outline of the group, where to find things. And then first things first is to really start and go through those course curriculum videos. And then any questions that you have, just ask me. It's weird. The feedback that I get a lot is like, oh my God, SV, I'm very happy that you're actually around all the time to answer these questions and guide us through all these different setups. It's like, yeah, that's what I'm here for. Like, that's not the point. Like, why would I have and it's like, oh yeah, all these other people don't do that. I'm like, well, they suck, I guess. I don't know. So, all right, we'll see you guys in there. Make sure you guys hit that like button on the way out. I'm going to have some Instagram and TikToks out for you guys today too. Follow me on Twitter, ShortTheVix2. I'll probably be tweeting a little bit there as well. But guys, really, really fun start to the week. Congratulations to everybody that nailed Tesla and any of the other ones that we've had. Baidu, epic one there as well. We'll get through tomorrow. We're not going to do the stream at this time slot tomorrow. It'll be at like 1 or 1:30 for FOMC. So make sure you guys have notifications turned on for the channel. But I will be on for the private stream in the morning for LTMP. It'll probably just be a little shorter. We just want to check in, see how the markets are moving. But yeah, other than that, guys, have a great rest of your day. Peace.